Toby making a right old job of that. It's Friday morning, just doing our annual bed, our weekly bed up before the weekend again. It comes round so fast, I find. Before you know it, Monday, Friday, we're through the week again. And a wetting. But look, it's growing and it's greened up everywhere. All that muck, we put muck, slurry, on this farm, really wet farm. But we had quite a dryish time in the winter. We got muck over everywhere. And it's really gone down in and made a good job of the grass. Because we're not fertilising no grazing grounds down here, because the grass is there. So we go round after point the cows. Because I don't want to sound all doom and gloom, but I reckon this rain, looking at like watching the weatherman and all that, and looking at the isobars and the Gulf Streams and that up over Scotland out the way, it looks a little bit like 2012, and it could rain all the way to May, or it could keep going. We've had the hottest years on record, the driest years for a long time, summers and whatnot. We could have an extremely wet one now. Yeah, I was talking to a tanker driver and he said, well, we've had a lot of rain now, mine, it should dry up for long. But I don't know. When people say you've had a lot of rain, we've got a hell of a lot more to come. So it could be anything. I hope I'm wrong. I hope the sun comes out, because I want to get the cows out up on the spring unit. I don't like keeping them in, especially now they're all calved in. I want to get some grass down them. It's an absolute nightmare trying to graze when it's torrentially wet. That's a dry farm out there, see, and we can take a fair bit of rain, but not like this. Not this like rain what just keeps raining real heavy. Even the cows don't really like it. And the problem we've got out there now, well, it's a good problem really, but like, you know, the grass is getting long, like the grazing grass is getting long, and you don't really want that. We want them to go out on nice, like, you know, ankle height grass, get the true value. We've managed to get round and graze about 50% first time round, so we're late because we want to get a good 60-70 in by the end of March, and then going in April before we hit Magic Day. Get the grass right. It's going to be tricky though. But next week's looking a little bit drier, so up there we should get some grazing in. But down here we're miles off. Yeah, we ain't got no winter spring crops in, no like peas, like no winter barley, spring barley, spring wheat, anything like that. So we're just coming in, gonna chuck a bit of hay in a day, then we're gonna chuck a bit of straw on top. Got a lot of old, well, it's not old hay, it's hay what we made last year. There's Toby bedding down. Got the 115, the G115. It's a little bit smaller than the 125 up on the spring unit. But it's the first that's the first G series we bought. We bought them about 4 months before the blue one, and that's why we bought a blue one, because we thought he might be a little bit small, but they are not. They're good stock tractors. Like if you're going to set a farm up and you want to get going nice and quick, you don't want to put too much money in, one of those is spot on. That's some dusty old stuff, like. Rolling round in there. Got watch blocking up with that. That stuff to block that chopper up if you go too hard at it. That's why you take it nice and steady. Chuck a bit of straw in with that, because that will go boggy quite fast, that stuff, especially in this weather. We're going to mix it in. The young stock love it, see? It's slowing right up on grub. Second bell going through. Gonna bolt the shed right on that. Eating it when it's in the bell in the rack, but when it's fluffed up, you put that stuff in the rack so you don't touch it. Start chucking it about the shed, they nosh off on it. Look at that. You're fluffing out, see, and then they get to pick through it. That's what I was saying about smaller wheels and that, a mud guard. if you went out and ground in the summer or whatever, or in the autumn, and you had to put like a line of hay, whatever, it might float over ground a bit there. But not much. This is dusty old stuff. I'm gonna have to go on outside. Too dusty that is. Because it's wet in Arbol, we got a lot more muck because it's wetter. So this is the muck I just swept out. Now we've got to bank all that up on there. We're waiting for, I keep saying it, don't I? We're waiting for the good weather to come so we can crack on with some work. Yeah, I'm thinking this weather might carry on. I keep looking at the weather, waiting for next week to come dry, you know, but it keeps carrying on. I reckon we've got a lot more rain to come. I hope it's not, because on the spring unit we want the sun out now. We want to get some grazing in on those cows, because they're not going to peak out as high otherwise. And we're feeding them a lot of cow cake too, and a lot of silage, a lot of straw. When we want them out in day and night on grass, they milk better, it's cheaper, it's just better all round. The only thing we have got at the moment is higher fat and protein up there, and the calves are like bulking right up. We've got a TB test out there next week, and if we have this clear test, then I can get a lot of bull calves gone into the yard or market. So, and that'll free a lot of space up there. I ain't got to make all these makeshift sheds in. Right, toast nearly finished, hopefully. Then I'm going to let them in the van to bed them down. They're going to have straw, they are. I got to chuck sand about still, a lot of sand, because otherwise they'll slip up. And especially if we have some like dry weather and we get that windy weather but it's too wet for the dry cows to go out, that's when you get one or two do the splits. So we've got to keep the straw, keep the sand like everywhere. We chuck loads of it down. Toby keeps bringing down a bucket and chucking it here, and I've got that bucket there. I'll scoop a lot up of it and just chuck it around everywhere. There's nothing worse than a bloody cow doing a split, so it just holds your whole day up. Dusty old stuff. Look at the front of that tractor. Watched that block grew up. It's a load of hay we got there. That's the stuff I'm on about. We got plenty of that. The other day when it was dry, like we wondered what we were going to do with it, and it's actual godsend now. That's how fast it turns around. Right, we're on putting the straw in now. So we bought a post banger the other day because we've got a lot of fencing to do this year, because I had enough of going out on a Sunday morning and getting cattle in what I got out. So we've got 2 people on doing that at the moment. I said the main thing at the moment is just get posts banged in. We'll put the wire up another day. We'll probably do 1 strand everywhere because all our cattle just only need 1 strand. We've got plenty of places to put like calves and that, what are fenced a bit better. 1 strand is the main thing going round. Get the posts in and we'll put the strand up another day. We also bought a bigger cattle box to go on the back of the tractor to hold a lot of cows. I'll show you that. Brother Tom has gone ABP with it at the moment, take some barners in. Barners are making really good price at the moment, so anything while you're making us any money or whatnot, we get gone. Hopefully all the farmers are doing that, and then it'll reduce milk production and hopefully push the milk price up. Just heading out to the spring unit now. Help Toby out, letting him in with the cattle and whatnot, the bed down. The rest he can track on alright with. It's just so wet, I can't stand out in the rain down there any more longer. So I'm going out to the spring unit and I'm going to sort some calves out. I'm going to regroup some calves. See what needs dehorning and whatnot. But I got some, when I was feeding calves this morning, I noticed there's 1 or 2 a little bit smaller than others, so I thought it's a great day to go out there and just funnel some, like just making different pens, like so all the calves are like the same height. The only thing we're doing differently with the calves this year is usually we keep the beef calves separate from the dairy calves, but they're all relatively the same size now. So like this year, so like the Angus are like, you know, not much bigger, like, but they're about the same size as the dairy. So we've just mixed them all up, like they stay mixed up, we haven't separated them. Right, so I'm just in the calves on the spring farm, making a lot bigger groups now, a lot bigger pens. So like we've got 2 little learner pens over there, but we ain't got many cows calving now, like literally nothing, so it's only 1 or 2 calves. But we've got 3 more to bring in, what calf yesterday. So we're going to make 2 little 5 pens there, but then this pen's been turned into a bigger pen. This pen here, so we're putting like between 15 and 18 calves in each pen, and we're just regrouping them, all the sizes. So we've pretty much done it. we're just walking around them now to make sure they all like look like the right size, and they size up because they just do a lot better. So we've got sort of like a big group here but a weaker, smaller group. You can see we've got like 1 or 2 here a little bit bonier like that, and they all sort of size up well, so I can focus on them when I'm feeding them. And then as we go back through the shed here, we just get to a lot bigger, stronger calves. So these are like real strong calves. Everything's mixed up like beef and dairy because we ain't really got many beef calves, just mainly all dairy. It's like Angus there, like the odd Hereford walking about, but most of them are like that. So all bulls and heifers too mixed up. The biggest, strongest pen here. So we start getting short on milk for the calves because it's all penicillin milk, and as the weather improves, that'll drop. We can go down to once a day on they, but keep these on like twice a day. Like this pen here, this pen, everything's gonna be on twice a day for a while, yeah. But this pen here, definitely twice a day. And then if we've got to once a day on these, because these are starting to eat cake and they've got plenty of water and whatnot. So but some see, like one there with a bit of hair off his ass, he's got he had the virus in shit himself out a bit, but he's got a lot better and stronger. And we've got a few like that here, but they've like really improved. Like there's another one here, 1 or 2, but he's big and strong now. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're just grouping them up. They're all grouped now, by 1 or 2. One might need, like he might need to come in there. That's a good wet weather job though. And then we've got a few little bony ones here what I can focus on, like those. See, I really like keep an eye on them, and they're not like, because they're just ones what, say that one there was like over here just a minute ago, they're just going to get pushed out the feeder. So this is a good little, really good job what we're doing here. That's working well. These are all the youngest calves. All the real big strong ones, because we've got plenty of those now, are out round the back. Alright, here's yesterday's born calves. She's got a mounted gator and a boxer. They're going to go into the single pen here. We've got a bull calf there. Bull calf. That's a bull calf. All bull calves. Oh, a bit of a bull run. Where it goes though, heifer run on a bull run. With all this wet weather we've been getting, the cows on the spring unit have been in day and night, and all that does this time of year with this like slightly springish weather just puts the cell count up. The cell count has started at 3 o'clock since the cows come in. Now we thought that might happen. What we got is no clots. We went down through the whole herd this morning, full milking, looking at their milk filters, nothing at all. Couldn't see any watery milk in the light what it was. So this afternoon I'm gonna go down through with this, through every single cow, and hopefully I pull out about 4 or 5 cows, and then I know that I'll just drop the whole cell count right off. It's only a couple cows putting a whole lot up. Probably due to cows standing on each other's quarters, or just like germs flying around, because they usually out this like now. Even when it's pretty wet they go out, but it's been severely wet, horrible weather, so they've had to stay in. It's Monday afternoon and I have been on the spring unit all day. This is me taking the last few cows out. There they are, they're out day and night. So Wednesday to Saturday they were in day and night. Completely different story now. We've turned it right around. The ground is dried, pitched off enough to get them out. They went out last night for the first time. They were in yesterday daytime. And it's completely turned round. So a recap on Monday. I've been up here all day. We've been TB testing the whole herd. We got at half 3 this morning, done all the milking, done all the calves and what have you. And then we got the muck spreaders on the go. We've got 3 muck spreaders, JCB taking the muck out on all the fields what we're going to put the spring barley and peas, and we're going to undersow that with grass. So what we do first is we chuck the muck on, then we plough it up, we power harrow it, and there's no other way around it. We can't min to it, you've got to do a proper job. So we're going to do that. Muck's gone on now, real thick, on grass ground, because it's organic, so we haven't sprayed it off. Graze it down really tight. It only took 1 day to graze it down, and that was last night. They went out there and just grazed it right down. And then we spread it thick with muck today, absolutely laced on. Gonna plough that in tomorrow. The contractor's gonna come out with a brand new plough to try out on it. Plough all that, and then it probably comes straight in with a power harrow. Grass seeds and all the peas and barley is coming Wednesday morning. Wednesday afternoon they'll probably put in, all weather dependent mind, but it's looking pretty good. And then hopefully we'll have it rolled probably Wednesday night or Thursday. Thursday might be a bit showery, so we might not get round to the rolling, but hopefully we do. We're going to see how fast we can move on it. It's 30 acres, so it's no real big deal. We can wrap it up quite quick, I reckon. So TB tested all these. So we started at 8 o'clock TB testing, and we finished at 2 o'clock, and then we just went straight into milking again. We also got a borehole drill down there. He's on the side of the main road there unloading. Got two blokes, one bloke unloading it on the lorry there, two blokes over in the lorry getting the cars through. They've been drilling, but now they're gonna put the proper pipe down in. Hopefully we'll have that up and running within about 2 or 3 weeks. They hit good water, about 120 foot down, I think, so that's good. So that's Monday wrapped up for you. Down on all year round cam unit, nowhere near letting them out because it's too wet, so nothing's going to happen down there. But we're going to sneak a bit of fertiliser in on their cytogen grounds. But to be fair, cytogen grounds are looking really good. That muck we put on in February done some real good. The muck everywhere has done well actually. Put a lot of rotted dung everywhere on these, on their organic farm. So one thing with all this rain we've had, it's washed it in, because at one point I thought we were going to have to do a lot of chain arrowing. We've had to do none of that. So the muck is nearly done now. We've done well with the muck, but it's all been really local fields right next to the like muck pit, so that's helped out. So now we're moving fast. It's been a real fast turnaround. There's no end in sight of that rain last week, and then here we go. By Thursday we're going to be well ahead on the work. So really chuffed day, really tired, but really chuffed that's all gone. Charlie on tractor muck spreader there, JCB loading up. So we overflowed the muck pit there, so we've had to fill up the silage plant. There we go. Just putting in, but he's nearly done now. Job well done. We've got to have some big kit on the go, get all this muck out. I want to get it done fast. We like getting it all wrapped up quick, like real fast turnarounds. I know it's dragging on a couple of days, what have you. So tomorrow that plough can start nice and early and get going on that. It'd be good to get all that turned over, and then we can get on it with a power hose then. Get going. I'll probably put the grass seed on with a quad bite this year because it seems to work really well. It's a lot of work because it's only one bag in a hopper, but so I'll have 30 bags to do. So, but it does go well. Last job of the busy day, to feed the calves. They're so big now I can't go in there because they beat me up. So what I do is I stand on these bells here. Feed them like that. They usually be out, but it's going, like, because it's been so wet, I reckon this week we'll probably get them out in field and get them on a seat through this, get them grazing. That's a muck we've took out over there. So home fields. Just full of docks it is. So we plaster and muck and we're going to plough it in tomorrow, get the job done. At least all this concrete stone here is all drying out now. Tuesday morning we just picked up a new tractor. Here's our old one, 175, just about feed round. Charlie's just got it on the wagon, the new one. It's the 175, that's the 125 actually, G125. 175 and 175 Ursu. This is our first Ursu we got. All the rest are active. It's not Just a standard red, standard white yoke. He's pretty standard on the outside. Before we keep it standard this time. Have a look out. New loader. What's he like inside, Charlie?
Complicated.
Managed to get a hang of it?
Don't know yet.
Good, what we got on the back? Same as yellow, it's got a little carpet. It's got a carpet in it, huh?
Now turn all your lights on in here.
Oh, he'd be better out in the field, wouldn't he?
Yeah. More of a field about 30 yards.
Well, yeah, he's a bit of both. He's a bit all-rounder. That's why we like the N series.
But me, I think we ought to put him on tanker.
There we go, so what it's like. So it seems our blue one, then white fights the next one up. Inside. So we've got 4 tractors, 4 loaders, all for the farm side. There we go, we'll see what... It's the first proper work she's done today, so we'll give her a go, see what she's like. Charlie's going to do 2 load of grub down here in a minute. These cows are just finishing this up. We've run out of maize now, so it's just silage. But the milk, funny enough, has gone up a lot higher. They're milking extremely well, these cows, like 28, 29 litres, bordering 29. They're still going up on the silage. We've got a lot of hay going into the grub, not because we're getting short on silage, but we are a little bit, so the hay's helping out. But they're getting acidosis, and we've had acidosis really bad with these cows before, and the milk drops right off if you get it. Probably why it's shooting up, so we might get a massive drop, but we don't want to, so we're going to keep the hay going into them. Plenty of blend and what have you. So cause it's going to be a day or 2 before these go out. We'd have to have another. We'd have to be dry all the way through to the middle of next week for them to go out, because it's just ground just holds water. All that. Our wettest ground for the cows is like around the buildings here. It gets drier farther away, but then it's walking them far away to start off with. So we just want to hang about and wait for air. We want a lot of silage this year, so we're not too worried about letting them out. So the more we cut the silage, the better. We just want a massive clam. So all this used to get swept up for breakfast, but we didn't have time this morning because we're a bit short on labour. We had someone go in, we're sitting about halfway through milking. So I was staying there milking. Me and Father was quite a rare occasion. Me and Father never usually milk together or milk at all on this farm. So Tom swept this up. We're going to open that door so that the cows have a bit of sun and set it all up. And we've got plenty of cows, what calves, so we're going to get the calves out and put in the huts. Just get ready for, just make it a lot easier ready for Easter, because Easter's coming on, everybody's going to want a bit of time off. So that's the main thing now. Right, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Tuesday afternoon. I'm just up on the spring unit about to get cows across the road. Now, I forgot this time of year, Easter, half term is a nightmare getting cows across the road, because it's just absolutely full of people going on holiday and what have you. Tim's getting the cows in. One thing though, it's easy to get the cows out on the road because we've got so many now, and they're bunched up really tight here in a minute, and then I'll wang the gate open and off they go. We've got a drilling lot the other side of the road getting ready to go. So they're not going to fire out till we've got the cows across, in case it scares them. As soon as I get a gap in the traffic, I'll go for it. We're pretty much in full flight now. We ain't got that many left to calve, like 1 or 2 stragglers, but I have to PD them and see what's going on. Another 3 or 4 minutes, I'll go for it. That ground we spread a motor on ploughing at the moment. Tractor over there in the distance. Let's see if we can zoom in. There we go, look at that. Just started to rain. So that's 20-acre field there. It's going to be nice power harrowing that. Nice grind here alongside of the main road there. The main road alongside there. Nice grind along the road. As you go down the back, it gets a bit more chalkier. That's a nice soil, guys. Alright, go. Oh, there we go.
Let's see.
Alright, drag him on round to his head.
You live?
Yeah, he's live. What we got? A bull heifer.
Oh, mother. Heifer.
A That's a smart cow, that is.
Don't worry about the cat.
Heifer calf. Oh yeah, that's what we like. Like heifers.
Taking the shit there, mate.
All runs ended. Last 6 of them balls. Right, let's wrap it up, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's go on out.